back. I'm feeling much better, and today I wanted to talk to you about a new streaming app, a video slash music slash document streaming app. You're all familiar with Air Video, I'm sure, that allows you to stream a video to your iPad or iPhone from a computer on the network that your iPad or iPhone are on, same network. And that's awesome, and I use it all the time. But there's a new one called Zumocast, and what Zumocast does is the same thing as Air Video, except there are two big differences. One, Zumocast will stream anything, music, movies, and even documents. Two, it'll stream them anywhere you go. If you can take your iPad to a restaurant and you want to have someone hear a song or see a show that you have backed up on your hard drive, boom, you can play it for them. Maybe a podcast or something. Actually, what it does is it turns your computer into your own personal cloud. It indexes all the files that you point to onto their servers and allows them to be streamed to your iPad or iPhone. It works incredibly well, like way better than I expected it to work. I thought it would buffer like crazy, but all you do is you download the Zumocast app, of course, and well, before we even worry about opening it, you then go on the computer that you're hosting your movies. You go to Zumocast.com and you download the server, just like Air Video. And once that's installed, you go into Preferences and you add folders. It already has your music, movies, and documents folders in there, and you can take them out if you want. You don't have to have them. You don't have to do your documents at all if you don't want to. In fact, I didn't on this Mac. Now, the way this has really worked out for me is I have a terabyte hard drive that I immediately back every DVD I buy and every podcast I download into. Well, not every podcast I download, but big ones. Like I have some Peep Code stuff and that kind of stuff. I want to keep that around, so that goes straight into the into this hard drive. So what I did is that hard drive is hooked up to a computer in my basement office. That computer is essentially just used for hosting those files, and I do backups on it. And I put Zumocast on that, and I stream from that, and I have access to all these movies and all the music that I purchase. I also back up to that, so I don't have to fill up I only have a 16 gig iPhone and iPad, and I don't have to worry now about, well, should I put this on, should I put that on? I've got it all on Zumocast. It is fantastic, and this is how fantastic it is. So once you've got everything down, right, you've got your thing set up, you just open up the app. I'm going to have to figure out a way to film this thing. You open up the app. That's what it looks like. And it just gives you all your files. And you can do more than one computer. I've got 3 computers with Zumocast on. Because it will automatically index your iTunes stuff too. This thing is fantastic, and they need to somehow get this onto the Apple TV. That would be phenomenal. So if I want to watch, I'll open up my movies and TV, and let's say I want to watch The House on Haunted Hill. So I just click it, and it starts streaming it. And of course now, for some reason, it'll buffer forever. It does sometimes take a while to get going, but once it gets going, I rarely had this thing not take off for me. You go full screen, just like any other player, and it really, really works well. And you got your movie, which you can't hear because I have the volume turned down, and I picked a movie that has a really long and creepy opening because I'm not that bright, but anyway, trust me, it's playing. Here's what really got me. I had to drive to New York last week, and on the way up, I did the Netflix thing, and I took my brother and his son, and they watched that Airbender cartoon. on Netflix, and that was great and all. But on the way, I drove back the next day, and I drove by myself, and I did all my podcasts. But it's a 6-hour drive, so by the time I ran out of podcasts, I felt like listening to I wanted to listen to something that I had not put on my iTunes, so I just fired up Zumocast, and I listened to the album because I streamed it from home on the road. I think I was a long way away. I was a good 100 miles away from home, over 3G, and I even streamed some. Oh, what was it? Well, it doesn't matter what it was, but I streamed some video. I didn't actually watch the video, but I broke out the iPhone and I streamed some video and listened to this video on the trip, and it was fantastic. I had very little buffering. It's an amazing app. I'm very impressed with what they did. When I first got it, there were a few times where the servers were hiccupy, and yesterday when I was originally going to do this, they were actually down for a while. But they seem to be a brand new company, and I just got a big update on the iPad, and there's probably one waiting on the iPhone. So I think that you should download this immediately. It is a wonderful app, especially if you're going on a trip. But even if you're not, it's just a great thing to have all your media. I mean, this is what I've been trying to do for years. All my media, I've always wanted to be able to just back everything up to a hard drive and access it from anywhere, and now I can do it with Zumocast. So it's a very cool. I'm very excited about this app, and I think you should check it out. And that's it. So see you next time. Bye.